morning, children. Welcome to the session. We are discussing 9th standard English subject, third lesson, the collectors. This is the second session. In the previous session, we have discussed that is the collectors is a story, is a play where 6 children with 3 teachers gone for adventure walk, where on the way the rain started, heavy rain started, and on the way there was no shelter and they had to walk still 3 miles away to get near to the village and get some shelter. So during that all are wet, become very wizard, and in the same way they found one strange house that is observed by one of the student, and the student said that there was a house, and whereas the Mr. Hunt was not going to accept the words, agree that where he was there last summer, it was not there any kind of house will be there, but it is a strange house which looks like that, and finally they got to that house and they taken a shelter by the Mr. and Mrs. Brown, and whereas the children sitting in the kitchen room, whereas the teachers and the Mr. and Mrs. Brown sitting on the other room, the sitting room. So in that time, children noticed some of the strange strange things in the kitchen room, without any plates, pots, and washing machine will be switched off, and so fridge, there was no washing machine, and the fridge was there, but it was not switched on, and even the cupboard was empty, and when one of the students is going to open a large cupboard, they saw electronic gadgets with the dials and readouts that we were discussing. So let's see what happens after that in this period. So last period we have stopped that Wayne said to Tracy that she won't catch, that is Mrs. Brown will not catch for opening the large cupboard. So when the large cupboard was opened, it was behind that all wires, digital readouts, colored lights, and mass of other electronic equipments. So see what is the conversation goes in between the students, the children. Glenn, what on earth is all that looking, all that doing there? On earth is all that doing there. When? Is it some kind of computers? Carol, those things, are they figures or words? Just they are observing the cupboard, what they are seeing, they are saying one by one. Glenn, some kind of foreign language. Tracy, look at all those lights. Don, it's real space age stuff. Glenn, what could it be for? When spying. Glenn, you think so? Carol, close the door, someone's coming. They close the door, but it doesn't quite shut. Pete comes back in. Pete, I think we need help. Carol, what did Mr. Hunt say? So Pete just gone to see what is going to happen to the teachers in the next room. So he returned and said, we need some help. So for that, Carol said, what did Mr. Hunt say? Nothing, he couldn't. When couldn't, Pete, I went quietly, I was a bit scared. The door of the other room was partly open. I saw Mr. Hunt first sitting there, not moving, staring at nothing. That is what Pete saw in the next room. Said that is the teacher, Mr. Hunt, was sitting quietly, staring at nothing. Glenn, you mean he was thinking about something? He was tired. Pete, no, I did not. He was dragged Miss Swan and Mrs. Jones are the same. I crept a bit closer, then I could see them too. They were sitting there blank as if they would be turned to stone. So, the Pete, what he observed in the other room is all teachers are drugged by these Mr. and Mrs. Brown, and they are sitting just like a what do you call blank-minded, just like a stone. They are not able to recognize me, identify me. They are just blank in mind. Carol and Mr. and Mrs. Brown. What about Mr. and Mrs. Brown? She questioned. Pete, they were looking at them, and I don't know. Talking. They are looking at the teachers, but they are talking. I don't know the talking. That is the reply by the Pete. Carol, what were they saying? Pete, no idea. They weren't really talking. It sounded they were just a sort of hissing and clicking at each other. The words of Mr. and Mrs. Brown was not as human beings are going to speak with each other. The communication between the Mr. and Mrs. Brown was just like some sort of sound, that is hissing and clicking at each other. He said, Pete, Tracy, I want to get out of here. So Tracy, with a scare, with a friendness, said she want to go outside. When I am getting out right now. When he started to go out, he goes to the back door and tries to open it. It is locked. There was no key. Don, let me try. No, it just won't open. Glenn, how about the window? So when they are going to escape from the door was closed, locked, and then they tried to open and hit the open and go out of the window. Then Wayne tries the window. Wayne, no chance, it won't move. The window is also, window pane also is not movable. Tracy smashed the glass. We have got to get out. So then, when the window is also not open, they are prepared to smash the glass and ready for smashing the glass. Carol, here, try Mr. Hunt's walking stick. Use that Wayne. So they are going to broke that window pane by a walking stick. Wayne tries to break the glass with the stick. Wayne, it won't break. He hits the glass again. It just bounces off. Glenn, let me try. He takes the walking stick and uses it. It's no use. That glass is like steel. The glass is just a fiber one, just like a steel. It isn't going to break. So Pete, come on, we will see if there is a way out through the front. Then they all decided that the window was not going to break, the door was locked, and they started to going outside from the front door. So Pete said, come on, and we will see if there is a way out through the front. They began to crowd towards the kitchen door when Mrs. Brown comes in with a tray of drinks. Just they are trying to go out, then Mrs. Brown comes to the room with a tray of drinks. Mrs. Brown, good heavens, what's all this now? What on earth have your children been doing? Carol, we want to leave. Mrs. Brown, in this pub, how can you? Pete, what have you done to Mr. Hunt and others? So Pete questioned to the Mrs. Brown, what have you done to the teachers, that is Mr. Brown and others? Mrs. Brown, done? Nothing. We have been having a cup of tea. She doesn't told anything to the dog. She said, nothing, just we had a cup of tea. Carol, Pete says you have drugged them. Mrs. Brown, nonsense. Where in the world did you get that idea? She noticed the cupboard left partly open. I do wish you have the courtesy not to interfere with these cupboards. So she warned that I said to not to open this cupboard, but you people, children, open that after noticing that cupboard's left part openly. Glenn, what is that stuff in there? Mrs. Brown, what do you mean, stuff? It is electronic equipment. It belongs to my husband. he is a scientist. It's a part of his work. So this is the answer by the Mrs. Brown. Pete. And why is the back door closed? Locked. Why is the back door locked? Question by Pete to the Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown said, it always locks when you close it. It is a burglar-proof lock. The windows are burglar-proof too. Husband doesn't want to run the risk of having any expensive equipment stolen. He said it was a burglar-proof glass and burglar-proof door windows lock. And she also said that Mrs. Brown said that her husband, that is Mr. Brown, will not want having a risk of losing his expensive equipment which he kept in that cupboard. Mrs. Brown, like that she said. So Tracy, they have been trying to scare us, saying there was something strange about this house and about you. So Tracy revealed the Mrs. Brown about the childishness and what the other friends told to her, though she was afraid of the sayings of the children. Mrs. Brown, how dare you, after we have taken you in and looked after you, after I have gone through the trouble of getting these drinks for you, the least you can do is to sit quietly and drink them. Then Mrs. Brown said that whatever you are thinking is not correct. We have given shelter to you and you are looking of everything and we are given drinks and also for your teachers. So sit quietly and drink them like that she warned the children. Pete, I bet they are drugged just like the tea you gave Mr. Hunt and others. Mrs. Brown, now just stop that kind of talk. She warned Pete not to talk like that with that. Pete, I saw them. You have got them in the other room drugged. Mrs. Brown, you saw nothing of the sort. They are all chatting to Mr. Brown right now. Carol, ask them to come in here then so we can see them. Then Carol demanded Mrs. Brown that let the teachers come to the same room where they are living. It is a kitchen room. So Carol asked the Mrs. Brown that let the teachers to come to that side to themselves. That is they can believe the Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown, certainly not. She never agreed to this. I am not dragging them in here just because of a lot of children's silly fantasies. I am not going to listen to you all children. And she said that I am not calling and I am not bringing the teachers in this room. Okay. So then Glenn, well, let us go in there and see them. If you are not willing to bring the teachers to this room, then we will go to there and we will move to that room. Let me allow like that, Glenn requested. But Mrs. Brown, no, you don't. I am not going to be ordered about by children. No, I am not going to listen to you all like that. She rejected and refused the words of the children. She passed the way to the door. Was means she avoids of going the children from kitchen to the sitting room to the near to the tough teachers. Carol, she can't stop us on her own if we all try to go. She encouraged all the friends, children that we have to fight all together to go out of the room. Mrs. Brown, all right, I will go and fetch one of our teachers, stupid children. She agreed to bring one of the children. She goes out. Don, see, she is going to bring them. Tracy, they aren't drugged at all. You are trying to scare us, Tracy. Don, you are stupid, Pete. Tracy, it's an ordinary house and they are ordinary people. Don, frightening us like that. You are rotten. Pete, I know what I saw. Give us that walking stick. Glenn, here you are. As Glenn gives Pete the stick, both Mr. and Mrs. Brown come in. Carol, where is Mr. Hunt? So Mrs. Brown said that she will bring back the teacher to that room where the children are sitting. So, but she doesn't. She never bring the teacher to that room. Instead of the teacher, she bought her husband. That is the Mr. Brown. So without teacher, Carol, where is Mr. Han? Carol question, where is the teacher? Where is the sir? Mr. Han, Mr. Brown. He won't be coming, and you had better drink. So they are not coming, and this Mr. Brown is going to be forcing the children to drink that orange juice. Mrs. Brown said, okay, don't anybody touch that stuff, Mr. Brown. It will make no difference. You can't escape anyway. Like that, when they are not listening to the children, one of the student, that is children, feet is going to smash that stuff which are kept in that cupboard, and it was avoided by the Mr. Brown. When, oh no, come on, Glenn, let's get past them. Glenn, right. He and Wayne make a rush for the door. One-armed Mrs. Brown brushes them away. They are sent flying across the kitchen. When they are going Glenn and Wayne going to make a rush to the door, they avoid, and she throwed in one arm with a strong arm. She sent flying across the kitchen. She never allowed the children to go out of the kitchen room through the door. Mr. Brown said, "Stop that. We don't want any of you damaged, and either one of us alone is more than a match for any 5 feeble earth children." He said that stop doing that crashing and stopping, damaging the electronic equipments. That is the request by the Mr. Brown not to damage any of the stuffs which are kept in the cupboard. So let's stop here. The next period we will discuss the remaining lesson. Okay, children. I think you understood that lines very simple. Once you go through that lines, and you will come to know what is going to happen in that particular kitchen room. Okay, children.